you and your team help people that want to start a business in Ghana. I would love you to touch on that and explain the different requirements and what people should know before even thinking about going to Ghana and start their own business.
Thank you very much. So I think for starters, I'll just begin by introducing our company. Our company is Financial Express Limited. We'll drop the link to our website on the show notes. We basically are a management consulting firm, and we specialize in international business development, trade facilitation, and compliance consulting. So what we basically do is we assist foreign nationals and foreign companies that want to set up shop here in Ghana to do so. So from the registration process to the business development advisory services to linking them up with the relevant stakeholders or government institutions that they need now for them to run their business, and taking care of all the paperwork so that they can be able to save a lot of time, money, and also be able to avoid some of the frauds that commonly occur to foreign nationals. We also host a number of events centered around educating people on what it really is like living and working in Ghana, running a business in Ghana, the compliance requirements, and all of that. So, whatever stage that you are, whether you have just recently moved to the country for family relocation purposes and now you're thinking about starting a company, or you are overseas and you are not sure whether or not Ghana is a destination for you, you can always feel free to book a free consultation for 15 to 30 minutes with us just to go through so we can understand what your needs are in order to advise you more effectively, and you can be able to avoid a lot of the pitfalls that you would otherwise experience if you try to navigate it all by yourself. So in terms of doing business in Ghana, it's interesting. The government of the day and even some of the previous governments of the past have been invested in promoting Ghana as a destination for foreign direct investments. However, it is important to note that it's not cheap to run a business or to start up a business in Ghana. So some of the things that, of course, I would say, or one of the reasons why you want to set up business in Ghana is one, Ghana is a gateway to West Africa. If you're trying to enter the West African market, let's assume you're a European country, your best bet in terms of economics, not economic per se, but political stability in terms of access to infrastructure, in terms of even having constant or irregular sort of electricity, it's more in Ghana than it is almost in any other country in West Africa. So that's one of the reasons. Secondly, also there's a government commitment to promoting Ghana as a destination for investment. So it means that the government is also listening to the feedback that they're getting from private sector and from investors. So the possibility of laws changing and government listening and readapting some of the strategies or some of the policies that affects the way business is being done is going to be more it's going to be more hospitable for you to do so. And then also another thing that you have to know is when you are in Ghana, you get access to relatively affordable, I don't say cheap labor, but affordable labor compared to other destinations that you may possibly choose. You get access to raw materials. Ghana is like the center of West Africa. You can be able to import things easily from Nigeria, from Cote d'Ivoire, from Burkina Faso, from the northern parts of Ghana. And also, Ghana is a large producer of some of the popular products like cocoa, timber, cashew nuts, and so much more. So you'll be able to get access to the raw materials that you need to be able to set up shop here. However, there are different requirements depending on the type of business that you want to register. But of course, the first requirement is the GIPC rule, which every foreign company or company with foreign participation need to meet a minimum capital requirement, which ranges from a minimum of $200,000 up to a million US dollars. This is not a fee that you pay to the government. This is a capital that you are required to bring into the country. So depending on the type of business that you want to register, you'll be required to meet different statutory minimum capital requirements. That's one. And the second thing also, of course, is that you need to register with the Registrar General Department. So a company can be able to assist you to do that. Can be able to advise you based on the specific need that you have on what the capital requirement is for your type of business. What is the average processing time for your documents to be completed? Do you require any additional license? Let's assume you want to run a bank or you want to set up an insurance company. You can't just register with the GIPC and register with the Registrar General Department. You need to register with the National Insurance Commission and the Security Exchange Commission now for you to be able to do that. If you want to go into financial service, you need to register with the bank. You need to acquire a license from the Bank of Ghana. So we are able to advise you on the different types of licensing that you may need to acquire and the different also operating permits that you need to acquire in order for you to be able to set up your company or to set up your shop or to set up your factory that you intend to do in Ghana. So it's very interesting to run business in Ghana. It can be very lucrative and it can also be very risky, uh, especially due to the fact that there's high inflation rates and there's also a high currency devaluation rate. So some of these things are areas that we can be able to advise you on how you can be able to mitigate some of these risks while you're running business in Ghana. But generally, Ghana is a great destination for investment, especially in West Africa. And if you are thinking about relocating your business either from Europe or you are thinking about setting up an African subsidiary, you should definitely consider Ghana as a top destination for setting up your business. If you're also a member of the diaspora that is thinking about moving to the country so that you can reconnect with your ancestry, it's also a country that you can be able to set up business. And there are different ways in which we can be able to advise you on how you can go about it, depending on the budget, of course, that you have and the requirement or the needs that you specifically need at the point in time. So this is like I would say a synopsis of what it is like to do business in Ghana.
These services are definitely needed and very, very important because, if you don't have the right connection on the ground, they can definitely assist you with all you need to make the transition very, very easy for you in Ghana. Just reach out and then they will be able to give you the right advice when it comes to how to do things in Ghana because these are the real experts. So, Fadila,
Yeah.
the next thing I really want you to explain to us as a business consultant and strategist, what are the services you offer to help people settling in? Because sometimes, because someone moved there and then things went so smoothly for them, that is not always the case for everybody. So I really want you to explain to people the process and how you comes in and make things very smooth for them.
Thank you. So I think let's start from the basics. The basics is immigration consultant. So
Okay.
if you intend to move to the country, you are sure or you're not sure whether it's the right fit or not, you can always book a paid consultation session with us. I'll leave the links with Kai so she can add them to the show notes.
Yeah.
So during that session, we're able to assess your individual needs. We're able to give you the practical. It's no fluff. We are not here just to promote Ghana as a destination and tell you all the good stuff. We're going to tell you the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the worst stuff so that you are
I
fully
like that.
informed and you have the right expectations of why you should move. When you do decide that you want to come, we can assist you depending on your nationality. We can assist you or advise you on your visa application process that you need to do back in your home country before you get here. If you're an African, if you're an ECOWAS national, you don't need a visa to come to Ghana. So when you come into the country, we assist you towards acquiring your residency and work permits. If you're also a foreign national that you have moved to the country through a visa and then now you want to become a temporary resident, we also assist you into application of your resident permit and your work permit for yourself, your spouse, and all of your children if you have any. So that's like on the first part. And the second part is that if you do decide that you want to set up business in the country, we can assist you through from the business registration process to the conduction of the market research to the linkages with specific government institutions or private sector participants that you may need to be able to run your business successfully. We also advise you on your taxes. So we have chartered accountants in our company. I'm not a chartered accountant, but we have chartered accountants in our companies. We have we have tax officers in our companies, and we have auditors also in our company. So we're able to advise you on the tax-related element of running your business. We're able to also advise you on the accounting, like how you should prepare your books, or if you want us to prepare your books, we can prepare your books and file your annual returns at the end of the year, so you don't have to worry about the GRA or the RGD closing down your business or filing, giving you a penalty because of late tax payment or late tax filings. And then also, in terms of trade facilitation, we assist you in procuring. So we have another service that assists people who are outside of the country who want to buy specific commodities, not all commodities, but specific commodities in Ghana and in Dubai and also in Ivory Coast to be able to procure those products on your behalf. So this is like the scope of the service that we render in relation to the question that you have asked. And for more information about additional services that we render, you can visit our website to get all the gist. Yeah.
Brilliant.